Typically, the really big kitchen mixers, the stand mixers, they're really expensive. You don't use them every day. This is your everyday solution to get beautiful whipped cream, great omelets. It's got 6 speeds. That's what it's gonna look like. Yes, you're gonna put the included bowl in there, a dough hook to make pizza dough and bread and biscuits and cookies. You've got the paddle, very, very easy to clean. It includes a clear lid cover so you can see what you're mixing. You can also just easily add in maybe your olive oil. You wanna sort of have that emulsify. You know, a lot of those recipes require that you add liquids while you're stirring. This is so strong. The quality is incredible. It is built to last. It has an amazing power. Usually the big stand mixers, they're about 325 watts. This is 400 watts, and look at the delicious recipes that this comes with, because you're gonna get started right out of the box. Banana nut bread and pizza dough and cookies and cakes, and then all of these savory dishes as well. Here at HSN, we have listened to you. We're foodies here ourselves, and so Kitchen HQ is our proprietary brand. That's how we can bring you an amazing stand mixer like this. Under $300, it's a steal. It's $89.95 just for today. It's already been so popular. Of course, because you want to keep this out on your counter, and it's lightweight enough to be able to do that, but so powerful. 400-watt motor. We have it in black. We have it in a beautiful turquoise. This is so pretty. That is the most limited. I love that. That'll go with all my Curtis Stone cookware. And then, of course, we couldn't leave the candy apple red. We've got a candy apple red over there. It's already getting started on, let's see, a cake mix, it looks like. Oh yeah, that looks like a delicious cake mix. And guess what? I don't need to stand there. I don't need to babysit. I don't need to make sure that it's not getting all over the place, because it's able to mix on its own without me even being near. We're gonna make so many different items for you. Now, I am a home chef, but we decided to bring in a professional chef, a TV chef, a restaurateur, a cookbook author, and a dad. Chef Shahir Massoud is joining us here. Kitchen HQ, take a look.
Hey, I'm Chef Shahir Massoud. I'm a chef, cookbook author, and proud parent of 2 munchkins over here. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I started cooking back in 2009. I moved to New York City, enrolled in culinary school, and I haven't looked back. Going to the French Culinary Institute, an esteemed culinary school, was so many things at the same time. It was petrifying, exhilarating. They taught me really to cook with instinct, to use your eyes, nose, taste as you go. My goal is to entertain the audience, educate the audience, and really inspire them to say, hey, if that Kitchen HQ item can make my life easier and better in the kitchen, I gotta have it.
Well, Chef Shahir, what a wonderful way to kick off our Foodie Fridays with you here in the kitchen. I'm glad that you were brave enough to go in this amazing direction, and that you're gonna help us be brave in our own kitchens, but you're gonna make it really easy for us. I'm so glad that you're here to show us how we're gonna use this stand mixer every single day.
Shannon, happy Foodie Friday, and you're absolutely right. This is a daily stand mixer. It's powerful enough, but also easy enough to move around. You're gonna end up using it every day. And Shannon, I saw you started baking. I'm also baking a little banana bread, but we're also gonna do savory things. We're gonna talk about everyday recipes you could do. So it's not just about baking cakes and cookies. It's also about, you know, game day foods and baking breads and pizzas and everyday omelets, everyday things.
So, you know, we talk about omelets. I was just thinking about this. When we say every day, I'm thinking every meal, right? You wake up, you make a beautiful whipped omelet with your stand mixer, and then for lunch, maybe you shred some chicken and you make a chicken salad. And then for dinner, you're making maybe a frittata. I'm looking at dessert right now. Maybe you make a nice mousse. You need some whipped cream, and of course, all of your baked goods. This is now it's compact enough to be able to put it away if we wanted to, but on a daily basis, we're gonna be using this. So what are you whipping up now?
So we're actually starting off with a little banana bread, but I'm using it as a breakfast item because with your Kitchen HQ stand mixer, you choose the ingredients. That's half the battle. So you can incorporate a little whole wheat flour, a little almond flour. You could take something as simple as a banana bread and make it actually kind of a breakfast item. It's a great way to get rid of your overripe bananas, which is what I've done. So I just started with my bananas, a couple eggs, little vanilla extract, some flour with a little whole wheat flour, which is a great hack. And Shannon, check out this splatter guard here. So you've got to incorporate a little oil, and I pour it through the splatter guard so it doesn't kind of splash up at me. neat and tidy. And you're absolutely right. This is an everyday stand mixer, Shannon. It's powerful enough, but also compact enough. You can let it live on your counter. I know you love that turquoise blue. I'm a candy red guy myself, but I love how it looks just sitting on my counter. And with those 3 attachments, so we've got the paddle attachment for cookies, breads, baked items, but the whisk, like you said, if you're doing your morning omelets, if you're doing your morning whipped cream in your coffee, don't buy it pre-done. Don't get the thing that goes, shh. Do it real quick in your Kitchen HQ stand mixer, 1 minute, and you're good.
It tastes so
Banana
much
bread's
better,
done.
right? I mean, when you use real and you're not spending, I mean, you didn't slave away. You didn't slave away over that. It did all the work for you.
1 minute.
Right? So now you
We're
can
1
make
minute away.
delicious breakfast breads and those cookies
Yep.
and the cakes. Maybe it's a box cake mix. This will make it taste so much better because it's doing all of the work. It's incorporating all of the ingredients. I just came over here so you could see everything that you get today for $17.99. This is the beautiful whip attachment. That's your perfect mashed potatoes, your meringue, your whipped cream, your amazing, delicious, fluffy omelets. You've got the dough attachment as well, and you've got the fork. So this is if you're making pizza doughs, you're making those breads, you don't have to knead the bread and work it. This is gonna do it for you. You're also getting that attached spill guard, splash guard right there, which really does make this the perfect 100% all incorporated set. You've got the stainless steel bowl, all of these pieces machine washable. Super easy. You're gonna keep it out on your countertop and just turn yourself, like you're gonna up your cooking game. That turquoise, now I'm a turquoise gal, Chef Shahir, I know you're candy apple red. We also have it in the black, but today for $17.99, you get a beautiful addition to your kitchen, but you also get that sort of chef's secret that maybe people have sort of coveted that very, very expensive stand mixer. Maybe you actually did get it home, and where is it? Is it in your garage? Is it down in the cupboard? Do you keep it out on the counter just because you like how it looks, but it's just too heavy and luggy and you don't use it? This is an everyday secret weapon in your arsenal. So this is, I love too, Chef, that this does all the work. It's like having a sous chef. I've tried to trick my kids into mixing stuff up for me. Oh, you're so strong. Look, you're strong enough to do this. They're past that. They don't fall for it anymore.
And you're totally right. You want the machine to do the work.
Yeah.
Let's use dough as an example. We've got a beautiful focaccia here. This is going to be my little Valentine's Day focaccia, but focaccia is the same thing almost as pizza dough, bread doughs, pasta doughs. Simple ingredients, flour, water, some yeast, and then you let the machine do the work. Here I've got the dough hook attachment, and this is something where you turn it on. It's nice and low so that gluten kind of activates. You're wanting to knead your dough to develop the strength of the dough. Shannon, we're not going to do this by hand. I'm sorry. Like, you just don't want to do it by hand. But it could be, like in my house, we have Pizza Fridays. So this is my Friday night activity. The banana bread might be my Sunday morning activity. The omelet might be my weekday use for the Kitchen HQ stand mixer. So it's really a versatile tool that you'll end up using every single day. Shannon, I said in my cookbook, everyone should have a stand mixer. Everyone should have one. And this is the one to get you going. If you haven't made the plunge, the Kitchen HQ stand mixer is a good idea to get that in your repertoire. Well, this is a focaccia dough. Check it out.
Oh my goodness. See, now, I would never make a focaccia dough on my own. I wouldn't have thought of that, but the fact that you've got the Kitchen HQ here doing the work for you, now you can do it. So you've got a focaccia dough. I know you're making. We've made quite a few different things here with the Kitchen HQ stand mixer. A dip. Ooh, I think Leslie made that one, and we popped it in the fridge with some sour cream and some cream cheese. You know those are really difficult to mix if you've got issues with your dexterity, but you want fresh dip. You know what's in it. That's a great way to do it. We've got cookies here. We've got, okay, this pie crust was made with the Kitchen HQ stand mixer. The best bread you've ever had. The most beautiful rolls. You've got, oh my goodness, even pretzel dough. I know that this is included. This has 12 recipes included. Brownies and blondies. This is all me. I'm actually I'm making some brownies in here as well. I'm gonna add some chips and some nuts. The mousse, you get the lightest, fluffiest chocolate mousse. If you can't have sugar, if you're doing keto, you've got to have this mixer. It's gonna make it so much better because it makes that non-sugar sugar taste so much better. It's all about the texture. Oh my goodness, what is that? Oh, that's your focaccia.
Okay, This is my focaccia, and you can get super creative. I use the herbs and my little cherry tomatoes to create like this little vegetable garden. Shannon, let me tell you something. When I come over to your house for a dinner party, I'm not bringing a bottle of wine. Sorry. Well, maybe I will. But I'm also bringing something like this. Going the extra mile and bringing a little heart-shaped focaccia, a little Valentine's Day dinner, you know, homemade baked goods. It just is the extra step to show your family, your host, whoever you're having over, that you care. So easy to do. And I love that the recipes come with the Kitchen HQ stand mixer as well.
And that's still a labor of love, but it didn't take you hours and hours and hours to make it like I might have thought before you told me your secret. Now I know. Now you have to do. You also have to bring a bottle of wine because the focaccia didn't take very much effort. By the way,
you're right.
But hey, I'll provide the whipped cream. So we're talking about whipped cream, and I grew up with, you know, if you're gonna have whipped cream, you get the good stuff. But take a look at this, because I can put this on level 1, I can put it on level 2, but look what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna swirl in, some chocolate, because that's how I do it. And also because they wouldn't let me put any Baileys in the studio. But hey, at home, that's my secret ingredient. But look at how it's already mixed in. I can put it like this if I wanted to keep it kind of marbleized, but if I just can't wait, like I can't, look at that. That's gonna be really easy to clean if I had to clean it, but watch how I'm gonna clean it. Well, there we go. That's it, perfect. But $89.95, this is gonna be, oh my gosh. The only way to improve upon strawberries is with that incredible whipped cream. Chef, we're having so much fun here, and usually the price of a stand mixer, sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full, would be cost prohibitive. Art, I'll let you talk.
You know what? I want some of those strawberries now. Now you got me wanting something sweet. But you're right. You know, this is a great way to get into having a stand mixer and experiencing how you're going to use it for savory, sweet, weekend, weekday. We're now on to game night. So I've got a little dip here, some artichoke spinach dip. As you were scarfing down those strawberries, I made my artichoke spinach dip in about two minutes. I've got the artichokes, little cream cheese, little spinach. You can get totally creative. Last night, I used leftover rotisserie chicken and did a buffalo chicken dip for game night. Like, it's just so versatile. Look, it's done.
Wow.
Lift up that head. And by the way, Shannon, while you were showing us that whipped cream, something really cool about the Kitchen HQ stand mixer, and I'm a chef geek, so I love different gadgets and what they do. Our stand mixer has a planetary motion, meaning that the attachment circulates around the bowl. You don't have to stop and scrape down the sides of the bowl. So you leave it and just let it do its thing. Less work. Are you still eating strawberries?
Maybe. Do you hear me smacking my lips? Scarfing them down, as you said.
The smack. I'm getting hungry.
You know, when you were talking about the planetary motion, the first thing that came to my mind was people orbiting around that dip. You know, you've got a planetary motion going on in the Kitchen HQ stand mixer, right? So that means that you don't have to keep scraping the sides, but people will quite literally orbit around the buffalo chicken dip, your artichoke dip, the bread, whatever cookies you make. And the fact that you can actually do this, and while you're doing so many other things, we're all so busy right now. If you just want to make sure that that one thing is right, you're not standing there. You don't have to stand there with the timer and have that hand mixer and things are flying all over the place. It's neater, it's cleaner, it's less work, best taste. $89.95 and $17.99 to get it home. It's just today. You choose that candy apple red. We might call it the Chef Shahir red. I think we could probably name it after Chef. We've got the turquoise. We have it in black. 6 different speeds plus a pulse function. So as you're looking at this, you're not missing anything that you would have in that high-end, really expensive stand mixer. 3 mixing attachments included. The clear lid cover to see what you're mixing included. That's also making it so it doesn't splash anywhere. Also makes it easy to just sort of pour in any of your liquids that kind of need to emulsify. It is built to last, strong metal gears. And I do want to warn you, if you find a stand mixer at this price out in the marketplace, it will not be 400 watts of power. It will not have metal gears. It will not have every single attachment that you could possibly want. And of course, it won't have all of the color choices. So it's beautiful, but it's functional. And Chef, you, of course, in the kitchen, in restaurants, have used many different stand mixers. They're usually really expensive, kind of like a big, heavy heavy lug, and they're kind of massive. This is perfect for every day.
You will never lug one of those huge, heavy, cumbersome stand mixers up onto your counter every single day. But you know what? Those stand mixers have a lot of the same features. They're gear-driven, metal parts, a less powerful motor than our Kitchen HQ stand mixer, so you're not really compromising, which is mind-blowing. That's the great part. By the way, check out my meringue. You know your whipped cream took like 1 minute? A meringue takes like 9 minutes, but you leave it, and that's where you show off the power. Look at this power. 6 variable speeds, so I can go low on a dough, high on a meringue. There's a variable function, and this is a beautiful kind of, look at this. This is what I'm gonna do with my son for Valentine's Day. I dyed it pink. I've got the splatter guard so the pink didn't go all over my shirt. It's just egg whites and sugar, and then you kind of pipe them and bake them low and slow. We're gonna wrap these up, send them to school, obviously nut-free, so this can be kind of part of his Valentine's Day package to give to all his friends. And Shannon, this is what I do with my son. We always stand by the stand mixer and do sweet, do savory. I told you earlier, I can't teach him how to use a power drill. I have no idea how to do this stuff. I can't teach him how to skate. I can teach him how to use a stand mixer. So this is our time to bond. If you've got little ones, if you've got grandkids, if you've got nieces, nephews, you'd be amazed at how kids kind of transform when they start to make stuff from scratch. They take ownership.
You know what?
And of course, what they're eating. It's really great.
And then they understand how everything kind of works together. It's a great way to be able to bond. We're cooking for people now more than ever. Just had to add the chocolate chips in there. I'm gonna let this go while we're moving to other things. But this is the only day you can save $40 off on the stand mixer that you will use every single day for your breakfasts, your savory foods, your desserts. When people are coming over just for you, for meatballs, honestly, the sky's the limit. And at this price, at $40 off the HSN price and just $17.99 to get it home, you cannot beat this deal. One day only price. Black, turquoise, or red. Chef Shahir will be back with us. We've got some great little gadgets for the kitchen from Chef Shahir and Kitchen HQ. So we'll see you in a bit.
See you, Shannon.
Okay, it is Foodie Fridays, so this is the perfect way to kick off Foodie Fridays. I'm gonna have to